I want you to imagine what it's like to care for a child day and night who has a chronic medical condition like cancer, heart disease, or epilepsy. The daily medical routines, hospital visits, and worry take a toll. Caregivers can experience a wide range of emotions and reactions, from the day-to-day stress to something more severe, like trauma. But they can also experience positive change as well. At Camp Boggy Creek, a camp for children and their families with serious illnesses, I see the whole range of emotions and reactions. That's why my research plans to explore how trauma and growth co-occur in caregivers of kids with chronic illness. I plan to do a quantitative, cross-sectional correlational study using 3 measures. The first is a secondary trauma scale, which measures intrusive thoughts, avoidance, and distress related to another suffering. The second is the vicarious trauma scale, which examines feelings of helplessness and distress from repeatedly hearing traumatic stories. And then finally, I plan to use the post-traumatic growth inventory, which assesses positive priorities, relationships, and strengths related to a potentially traumatic experience. Thus, my 2 research questions are twofold. First, what are the relationships that exist between secondary trauma, vicarious trauma, and post-traumatic growth in caregivers of chronically ill children? And second, does secondary and vicarious trauma predict post-traumatic growth? This is one of the first quantitative studies to explore the connections in this sample of caregivers of children with chronic illnesses. I plan to recruit participants through purposive sampling in hospitals and illness support groups. Caregivers will complete an online Qualtrics survey. This research is really important, not only personally but professionally, because caregiver trauma can impact well-being, while growth indicates resilience. Findings will help counselors like myself address caregiver stress and enhance meaning-making from a potentially traumatic situation. With empathy, we can promote caregiver and family well-being. Illness presents sorrow, but also opportunities for strength. This project, above and beyond, gives voice to those caregiver experiences.